driving, still in the same clothes, still in the same vehicle. This video is going to be about the power of positive thinking. I know that I've had videos before in the past in regards to what you think is what you get. You know, positive thinking brings positive results. It is a known fact through the law of attraction and positive thinking and the use of mantras and affirmations that whatever you process through your mind, whatever you allow yourself to believe, 9 times out of 10 is what's going to manifest itself into your real life. So it's extremely important to have the right mindset, to create the right language when you're doing self-talk, so that you can gain from that positive mindset and environment, I guess is the word I'm looking for. I'm going to start back when we're young. And when we're young, our parents perceive and assume some of our characteristics. Okay? And bear with me because my things want to stay. So they, I guess assume might be a strong word, but they kind of build who you are based on their own characteristics and trying to blend them together. Now, a lot of that maintains some truth in that you are going to pick up traits and characters from your parents. However, if you are a very self-motivated person, or you like to be in a quiet environment, maybe you enjoy reading a lot, and you have the ability to process things in your mind rather than verbally, that can be perceived as being shy. So what happens is, as we're growing up, our parents will say things like, "Oh, well, don't mind her. She's very shy. She might not talk to you." You know, and that continues on as they're growing, and all of a sudden, this child feels and thinks that they are shy because they've heard it all their lives. Now, this person could be extremely intelligent. They could be introverted as far as not needing that external stimulation that some of us need. So, by telling this child over and over and over and over again during their childhood that, oh, this child is shy, she's quiet, she doesn't talk much, all she does is read. She may have been considered a nerd during school and heard that term as well. So now she becomes an adult and she believes that that is the way she should be, that's the way she is. Well, the mind has the ability to meld in whatever way you feel happy. And I know that it might be difficult to understand for some, but what you think, and it's kind of the same situation when you're in an abusive relationship, or even in growing up, you might have abusive parents. The more you get put down, the more you get scolded or yelled at or told that you're no good for nothing, or, you know, those types of attacks, okay, you tend to start believing them. So the more you hear something, the more you start to believe it, and the more you see it in your life, okay? So that's a perfect example of the fact that the more you think about something, the more you have the ability to process it through your mind, and become a belief that it will manifest itself in your life. That's what you're going to see, because that's what you're looking for. One of the things that I have, and I've heard this many times before, but like our Olympian something that I've heard numerous times before is that our Olympian athletes, the good ones, will go through their routine, no matter what they're competing in their mind. They will go through it and through it and through it enough that they actually can feel what they're doing based on the fact that they're thinking through it. Now, they've also done tests and put on monitors and that sort of thing, that an athlete has the ability to raise their heart rate just by thinking through their routine and actually visualizing it and going through step by step everything that they are going to be doing in their sport or in their competition or whatever it is that they're doing. Our mind is a very, very powerful thing. I believe very strongly that if you allow yourself to envision and visualize what you want in a positive aspect, in a happy mind frame, in a peaceful mind frame, that you have the ability to set yourself up to make that happen. So if you're striving to build a house, and that's constantly what you're envisioning, and you're seeing the house built, and you're seeing yourself in it, and you're seeing yourself in your bedroom, in your bathroom, in your kitchen, and you're visualizing all of those things about that house, what tends to happen is you line yourself up to do things that will make that happen. Okay? So, but if you're constantly saying, oh, I'm never going to get the house, I'm never going to be able to build a house, guess what? You will never, because your mindset is not in that alignment to make it happen. You are in alignment to not make it happen. So, for some people, this takes a lot of work. It really does, and I can acknowledge that, because when you have instilled in yourself such negativity to the point where you don't even notice it sometimes, there's work to be done, because what's happening is the unconscious mind is accepting that negativity for truth, for realness. And so that's what you're going to manifest. That's what you're going to attract. That's what you're going to strive for, whether you want to or not. So it's up to us as individuals to set our mind in a positive light. And the best way to do that, like with anything else, is practice makes perfect. And the way to practice training your mind to do or to think the way that you want it to is through mantras, through affirmations, through writing it down, through journaling, listening to positive videos or MP3s or audios and that sort of thing. Because the more you hear it, the more you see it, it will become instilled in you. So, and you've got to be careful, because one of the things, and I'll give you an example, what they call perfect language. You can say continually, I don't have any bills in my mailbox. I don't have any bills that I need to pay. I am not in debt. When you're saying those things, what are the main words that are triggered in your head? I no longer have any bills. I no longer have debt. I do not have to pay for my bills. The words that you're hearing are debt, bills, paying of bills, And those are all the negative of what you're going to attract. So if you're thinking about debt, you're going to attract debt. If you're thinking about bills, you're going to get bills. So you need to be able to find the language that works for you, that's comfortable for you, that you can believe and you can instill into your everyday life. So I'll give you an example on the bills. Okay. When I go to my mailbox, I get gifts. I am abundant in my life. I love going to the mailbox. So all of those sayings, affirmations, whatever you want to call them, give you the feeling that I'm not worrying about debt. It might be there. It very well might be there, but I'm not concentrating on that. I'm not focusing on the bills and the debt. I'm focusing on the fact that I'm abundant. And if your mind says to you, well, Edie, you're not abundant. Well, yes, I am. I'm abundant in love. I'm abundant in life. And I will be abundant in money. And if your mind says, well, you're not abundant in money right now, then your response should be, but I will be. It's possible. Every time my mind gives me that talk back or that self-talk that I feel is detrimental to us at times, if I say to myself, I'm a superstar director with Scentsy, and all of a sudden this little mind person back here says, no, you're not. You're not a superstar director, you're a director. My response to that thought is, oh, but it's possible, and I will. So, as you've always heard, anything is possible if you set your mind to it, right? So, our mind is a very powerful thing, and positive thinking is very powerful. And if there's one challenge that I can give each and every one of you that's watching this video, it's to recognize the language and self-talk that you give yourself and catch yourself in that negative thought. Catch yourself in that negative talk. And when you do, tell yourself, it's possible. I can't tell myself that I can't, because it's possible. It might be scary to do it, and it might take a long time to get there, but it's possible. And being positive during that time and during those thoughts will eventually get you to that possibility. So, you know that I say it at the end of every video, and it goes along with this, that if you really want something, you have to dream about it. You need to envision it. You need to visualize what it will look like so that you can work towards it, so that you can strive for it, because eventually the possibility is that you will achieve it. And the key is that you never give up. Because as soon as you give up, you've given in to that negativity and to somebody else's dream. And we don't want that. So you can't give in either. But during that whole time, you have the ability to change your mindset, to be true to who you are as a person and who you want to be,